Hi, welcome to Lunch Break with ATI today. For those of you who have been following, I am not Cynthia Collins. She is in dress rehearsals for our opening of Forbidden Broadway, which opens this Friday at the Studio Theater. And you all need to get your tickets, 317-843-3800. It is an incredible show. We have presented it before, but this time there are some new segments of the show. We have a Mary Poppins, and we have a Ethel Merman versus Mary Martin. So it's well worth getting out and coming to see it and just enjoying a 2-hour spoof on Broadway shows, the music, the laughs, and the fun. And I'm the marketing and development director for Actors Theater of Indiana. So I'm excited to be here and to be able to share with you. But like I said, Cindy will be back and she will be raring to go over the next couple weeks. So please get your tickets to Forbidden Broadway. Now, today I have Olivia Payton with Gregory Hancock Dance Theater. And I've had the last probably 30 minutes
just chatting.
Yeah. I've learned so much about her and her life, and then also Gregory Hancock, the Dance Academy, all the pieces that he has put together to provide incredible artistic entertainment for our community. But I'm going to have Olivia share with you her journey. It was fascinating to me. You started in Irvington, and I'm going to let you go with that.
First, I just want to say thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.
Very
I'm glad you're.
So I grew up in Irvington. Mom put me in dance class, just like kind of once a week, casual. Loved it, of course, but when you're 6, there's only so much you can even remember. So did that for a little while. The school I was with, I was between a couple for a while. The one I was taking ballet classes at closed down, and it was kind of, I think it was 7 or 8. It was that like, are we going to keep dancing? Are we going to do something else? I mean, everyone knows there's so much a kid can do, which is wonderful. Yeah. But I think we kind of both were like, no, we're doing this. We're gonna find something else. So for a little while we were just exploring different studios, taking classes here and there. And one of my mom's friends told her, you have to go see Gregory Hancock Dance Theater. This is when they were at Pike. And he said they're doing Romeo and Juliet at the Disco, which
I think that's
is a whole another thing. He said, go see. And we went and saw, and we were like, oh, this is what there is. So then summer of the next year, I came to the summer intensive here in Carmel in 2010, and then the rest is history. Yeah. The rest is history. I started taking at the Academy. I joined the student company of G2 in 2014. I was in the student company for 6 years, graduated high school, went straight into the professional company. Yeah. And this is my 4th season, the end of my 4th season.
That's
going
so
on 5.
That is so amazing.
So exciting.
And you even touched on that you went to New York and danced there and even had a comparison of the quality of, because so many people think, oh, I have to go to New York. I have to make it. I have to. And you came to the realization that at Gregory, I'll let you say. I'm not.
I got a scholarship to go to a program in New York, danced for 6 weeks, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I was all on my own. I was 16. It was like so fun. It was cool. So cool, so awesome. Met a ton of really awesome people. Had a great time, really a great time. But there was just something, when you think this is what I have to be, this is the end goal. Yeah. When you see it, it's like the glasses are gone, right? And you're like, oh, okay. So I came back that summer, back to Carmel, and I said to Gregory, I was like, I want to be in your company.
That's so fabulous.
And then 2 years later, I got a job. I was offered a position to stay. But it was that going away really told me, this is where you're meant to be. Yeah. And just, it's not the quality, there's something very different. The way that, and we'll talk about all of these things, of course, the way that we're telling stories, the way that Gregory puts together big full-length ballets, but also tiny little pieces, and they move you in a way that's not just dance. It's not just steps, and that was something that I knew.
Yeah.
I knew I had to be back for. So I did.
That's what a compliment to
So I
Gregory
did, yeah.
and the Gregory Hancock Theater.
Yep.
Now, we were talking earlier too about there's like community dance theater, so forth, and then there's the professional, so that people would understand the difference. I know Gregory Hancock has his academy,
Yes.
and then he has the dance. You are a paid dancer,
Right, yes.
Here, can you explain that?
So we rehearse all the time. It's our main job. Of course, everyone pick up an odd job here or there, whatever.
Yeah.
Teaching, we also all do. But our job is to rehearse and then put on
These
shows and
shows, right.
productions. So that's that's your job, you know,
Right.
and people have a really hard time getting that. A lot of times I tell
Mm-hmm.
someone, I'm a dancer. They say, so what do you actually do?
Yeah,
What do you actually
Actually.
do? I'm a dancer.
I really am.
And that's a hard grasp. And there's lots of people. A wonderful thing. If you used to dance, I encourage you, take classes
Yeah.
again. You'll remember why you loved it. But there's different levels.
Right.
And the professional level, it does come to our big Tarkington shows like Songs and Superstitions. We'll get there.
I'm the Vanna White today.
The Vanna.
Yeah, I'm showing the shows.
It does come to those big productions, but those productions make up a tiny part of what we do. It's the rehearsals. It's the little shows. They're not as little, but
Yeah.
it's the not as larger scale that make up what we do. So it's dance almost all the time. That's what we do. That's our job. And for some people, it is just not to say a hobby, but it is something you do just for fun. And it's not just for fun. It's fun, but it's not for fun.
Right. It's a job. It's a
job.
commitment.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is-
career.
Right. It's a career. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and some people, I mean, even with things in the tech world, some people do it for fun. Some people have a little computer, they do their tech thing, and some people that is their career. You would never not say it wasn't a career.
Right.
Same thing for dance. Some people can do it for fun, but for us, for Gregory Hancock,
Yeah.
that you can call dance a job, it's the best. It's the best.
Well, and it's an art outlet. It's an art discipline. And the fact of the matter, knowing so many different artists to the level that I do, that you've been able to figure out a way to carve out something you love and you want to continue to do, and yet do it professionally and survive. And, you know, and people might say to you, oh, well, if you went and get a job, you'd make so much more money or whatever. You're doing out of passion what you love.
Right. And it's I have dear friends who are whatever, they love their lives, but
Yeah.
they say, I hate the 7-8 hours that I'm doing my job. And I can't say the same. And that is a good thing. That's a good thing.
That is.
And that's makes it all worth it. Of course, physically, sometimes you're drained. You're standing, you're dancing. It's tough.
I've
Worth it.
watched your rehearsals. And I come from the swimming. I mean, I was a swim coach. So I respect the athleticness of you dancers, as well as the grace and the flexibility
It comes
and
all
agility. And you brought up earlier, and I love that, about putting it together into being able to take the component of the agility and the dance and but yet have the individuality
Yes.
of yourself and your style.
Right.
Can you explain that?
So Gregory has said this at many auditions. He says it to us, not every day, of
Yeah.
course, but he says
Yeah.
it to us occasionally. His company is a company of soloists who are an ensemble. And that means, and I think these two are going to be my perfect example. He loves an individual. He loves when you can stand on a stage and hold the stage for yourself. But also, when you put
Everybody.
everyone together, you need to be able to zoom up and you all look the same and you're all a